If they do think you're crazy, and they do think you're unrealistic, and they do think you're nuts, that's a great thing, because that means that you're thinking far bigger than any of the people around you, and that is always a good thing if you follow it up with action. So when they say these things, use them to your advantage. Use them as a reinforcement of the fact that you are on the right path. And I know it doesn't feel that way all the time, but I promise you that's what it means.
We're in a society right now that being lazy is okay. When you decide to rise, giving the extra, working hard, being the elite, there's gonna be conflict. People are gonna hate it. When you decide to go to the next level and everybody else is sitting on the bench, it pisses all the people off that ain't doing nothing with their life because they don't value their time, they're wasting it.
People give themselves an excuse all the time when they say he's built different. Well, if you mean he gets up earlier, he stays later, he asks questions, he's humble, he works really hard when no one's around, then yeah, he's built different. You wake up earlier than people, you stay later than people, you ask questions, you stay humble, you work harder than anyone when no one's there. I guarantee someone that feels bad about themselves soon will label you as he's built different. He's built different should be your label because people feel bad about themselves.
Accept the fact that you're going to be different. You're going to be criticized. You're going to have haters. But not only that, you're going to feel very alone oftentimes on the journey. And you're not going to feel like a lot of people understand you. And it's making a decision up front that I'm okay with not being like everyone else. I'm okay with not being part of the pack. That I want to be different. I want to stand out.
Crazy means that you have the ability to see things that other people can't. Anybody that's done something great, they don't think like anybody else. They can't.
Everyone's going to think you're nuts. You're going to arrive at that time. But let me tell you something. If you want to build something real high and real special, the foundation has to go real deep. Most people can't tolerate the deep phase.
When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive.
And if you learn to get super obsessed, your obsessions become your possessions. That is a fact.
Whoever can do it for the longest wins the biggest. Whoever can stay the most consistent, whoever will be the most psycho competitor, will grow the biggest and the fastest.
You are going to be called crazy. You're going to be called unrealistic. You're going to be questioned. You're going to be having your friends put doubt in your mind. You're going to have people say like, well, are you sure about that? These people don't get it. They do not understand what it takes. They do not understand what you were trying to do. They do not understand why you are trying to do it. And for that reason, you have to ignore them. You have to learn to turn the volume down on these people by limiting your access to them and then also continuing to execute. So you do not hear the naysayers. You do not hear the hate. You do not hear the laughter. You do not hear the doubt. And you can focus on becoming exactly who you want to become. And eventually, when you've gone on and you've created everything that you want to create, you will not be able to hear these people laugh because they'll be in the same spot where you started and you will be 100 miles down the road.
You draw into your life exactly what it is you think about. It's a physical reality that you attract to yourself what you think about. So the difference in our life is 9% of our thoughts. You've got to hone in and get aware of what you think about and then alter those 9% of the thoughts that are variable on a daily basis to serve you.
That level of like, I must have this, until it is that, until you need that, like you need oxygen, you won't get it. It is going to demand so much of you. You're going to fall so many times. There's going to be so many obstacles. And unless it must happen in your life, one of them will make you stop. You can't be for sale. If your will can be bought, you're just not going to get it.
If you want to live a life that will go into the history books, you must have an absence of a off switch.
Losers look for the shortcut their entire lives. That's why they never get anywhere. It's the hard path that builds you. It's the hard path that creates you. It's the hard path that myself and every other motherfucker that you ever looked at and thought, damn dude, I want what they have. I want that for me. That's the path they went on. So what makes you think you're gonna work your way around this path? What makes you think there's another way? The test is the path. The skills are gained on the hard path. Everything that you want is at the end of the path that no one else will take. Build yourself into someone who's able to overcome instead of looking for the path of least resistance. Build yourself into a weapon that can move down the hard path effectively regardless of what comes your way, and you'll become the kind of person that can achieve anything.
You got to get to the point in your life where you say, I have had it. I'm not going to live like this anymore. No, there's got to be more for me. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. Part of being unreasonable, you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. That's part of being unreasonable. Because logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, like living your dream and taking charge of your destiny, you've got to be an unreasonable person. You've got to be an uncommon person.
You must decide, you must become sold on that, and you must never be fucking reasonable with anything less. Go to war, work on yourself.
The transition is going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only go to another level when you say enough is enough, when you're tired of the level you on.
We spend our whole lives trying to fit in. We want to be normal. But the people we idolize the most are the ones that stand out.
To be the best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of energy and strength that you have to pull it off. And it takes being obsessed to where people think you're crazy.
High performers are obsessed about the topic in which they're trying to learn, master, grow into. And if no one thinks you're crazy, you're not yet operating to the outer limits of your potential. You're not there yet. Because somebody in your life should say, you really care about this in a crazy way. And when you get there, you know you found your thing.
If you really want this, you gotta learn to sacrifice. You gotta learn to give up to go up.